Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So they did another really big update. They added a new Archon quest here. They added some kind of new. I don't know if this is a mini game of some kind, but I won't be getting to that for a little bit because it's not timed. And then of course they added a new timed event. Before I actually continue, I'm going to be continuing with Cyno's story quest or character quest, whatever you want to call it. But before I do that, I want to make some wishes because they did add a new banner. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Child, but it's fine. So let's go ahead and make some wishes on this one, the Wanderer, and make 10 very fast. Unfortunately, I only got a 4-star book from that. I think I can make another 9 wishes very fast. Okay, a copy of Yanfei. And unfortunately, the rest of it was just weapons. So, anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and continue this. It wants me to ask Dory for information. And she is right down there in this place. You tell Dory about what happened with Cyno.
I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cyno was following us or had us followed. Anyways, do you know who is smuggling the canned knowledge?
No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business.
Oh, really?
Huh? You mean you stopped selling it? That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make Mora, it's gonna be the lion's share. Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up.
Sounds like we came all this way for nothing.
Well, not completely.
Oh?
Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated.
Hey, you just want to make more business for yourself.
Is selling canned knowledge really that lucrative?
Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, that makes it a product worth a high price. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but in a market as big as Sumeru, there is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs, there's still an enormous profit to be made.
Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge?
Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers does sound like a dream, doesn't it? But everything in the world comes at a price, right? Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for sale. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least 2 potential problems. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct.
Makes sense.
And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative effects?
Not in particular.
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount. Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked. And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I know, their real purpose is to distribute information about the Court of Desolation. That's where the real business opportunity is.
Really?
The Court of Desolation? What's that?
Yeah, I'm wondering too.
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of King Deshret. It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation.
Why use canned knowledge to distribute information? What's the purpose of hosting an auction?
Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would be the best solution. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune while they're at it by hyping up the related canned knowledge at the auction.
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction. Who knows, we might find some leads there.
Sounds
That's
like...
right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location.
Saw this coming.
As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? Now, let me consider how much I should sell this for. I've got it! 500,000 mora per kit! That's quite a bargain. We'll even offer a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. Only 250,000 mora.
Even I think that's a little bit too much this time.
What? That's super expensive!
No need to worry, little one. Cyno's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him.
And then he'll know who you are.
All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though, okay? That would leave me completely in the open. I'm sure the General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. And I can only imagine the funds he's allocated for investigations. Oh, maybe I should charge him more.
We'd better get going. If Dora keeps at it, we'll be out of mora.
Okay, then. There is one thing I want to do very fast before I go over there. I want to update Yanfei's constellation. There we go. Now let's go over to inform Cyno.
Don't rush.
Cyno! We got news for you. What the smugglers are really after is a chance to research the Court of Desolation. They're hosting an auction in the desert to sell canned knowledge about those ruins.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel. But is it reliable?
Yes, it should be.
We also heard that the Court of Desolation contains treasures from the time of King Deshret. Is that true?
Partially. It was a secret place built by a dark sect from the age of King Deshret. The ruins do contain treasures, but the place is also rife with unknown dangers. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering.
Oh.
They are not some ordinary ruins. So the Academia has strictly prohibited any related research. However, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Regardless, we need to go into the desert.
Are there many people trying to study the Court of Desolation?
Less in recent years. But there are always those who attempt to do so, both inside and outside the Academia. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see beyond life and death. Or even resurrect the dead. Death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though they're fully aware that the chance of these rumors being true are slim, they hold tight to such fantasies and pursue them regardless. That's why some continue to research it, regardless of it being a restricted subject. On top of that, it's hard to track the source of information contained in canned knowledge. Do you know where the auction is taking place?
Yes, we do.
Good. We'll go investigate. But before that, we'll have to get rid of these people tailing us.
Oh?
Huh? People tailing us?
That's right. Let's begin to leave town and see what happens. I'm sure they'll reveal themselves as soon as we make a move. Don't worry. I'll make short work of them.
That's Cyno for ya. But we can lend a hand too, you know.
Do we have to leave manually? Yes, we do. So where does it want us to go specifically? All the way over there, okay. So who's it gonna be?
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we?
Oh,
I would think twice if I were you.
some eremites, okay.
Huh? Who are you?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you that it's not too late to turn back. You must be Cyno. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time you're in over your head. Unless you turn around right now, I'm afraid that even you won't return unscathed. And as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble that doesn't even concern you?
Canned knowledge is becoming a problem here. Or we're here to help Cyno.
That's right. We won't just sit back and do nothing.
Ha! Have you really thought it through? You're not just doing this for recognition, are you, Cyno? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the amount of canned knowledge on the market. I'm sure that would help your investigation appear to be successful enough. On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit. So you see, you get both Mora and a boost to your reputation. I can't think of a reason why you would pass that up.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of a reason why I'd accept. I've heard enough. Get out of my way.
Sorry, no can do. We're getting paid to ensure you disappear. Since you won't turn back willingly, then we're gonna have to make you go back.
That's not gonna happen. Okay then.
Time for takeoff.
I mean,
Allow me.
here we go. And, oh, I thought that I could use my elemental first there. I was waiting for it, I guess not though. Any more?
You
Yeah.
are not welcome here. Lucky today.
Oh, wow. Take that. And then this.
So let's rest and rebuild.
That ought to do it. Now it wants me to talk to Cyno again.
This doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, Cyno. There will be others coming for you. You'll regret it.
Good grief.
Let's get
There
out
we
of
go.
here.
Shouldn't we follow them?
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. Besides, it might also be a trap. I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. Just being associated with me will inevitably cause you to become targets as well. You should be careful from now on. Sleep with one eye open.
Wait, hold on. There's no way anyone could sleep without closing their eyes. Right?
I don't know.
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. Mercenaries are never quick to forget. In their line of work, even a single failure is bad for reputation. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time, waiting for the right moment to ambush you. They'll do anything to keep their prestige intact.
Have you encountered that kind of situation before, Cyno?
Yes. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Flashback time?
I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time, and I let my guard down after we had closed the case. We ended up being attacked by the remainder of the mercenaries. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we struggled to gain control of the situation. I've become more vigilant ever since, staying alert even while I sleep.
Whoa! Who could have seen that coming? Was he okay?
He survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover, but luckily, there weren't any further complications. Last year, he transferred to an administrative role for personal reasons, and no longer participates in live missions. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected Matra. You'll have the chance to meet him someday. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous. I'm already used to such grueling conditions, but I don't want to see you two get hurt.
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
We've also experienced a lot of sticky situations. Let's all do our best.
Good. Don't worry. It won't be long till we're at the bottom of this. And once this is all over, I'll sweep away any other hidden dangers.
Why is it pointing that out? Oh, that's because that's the direction I'm supposed to head in. Is there a teleporter near there, though? Well, there would have been if I'd activated it. Okay, time to make my way that way then. Okay, let's activate this very fast. And then continue towards the quest marker right down there.
So hot. If only there was some shape for us to cool off under.
Maybe we should take a break.
We still have a long way to go, so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer. This is not a good place to rest anyway.
Okay. But don't you feel hot too, Cyno?
Of course, but I'm accustomed to these conditions.
Care to share any tips? Paimon's about to melt away.
Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to support your mind. The moment you start to give in is when you'll feel more tired. Take one step after another. Don't let your mind perceive your body's limitations. We must get somewhere safe before we can relax.
Okay, if you say so. But where would be a more safe place to rest? Paimon thinks this is a perfectly safe place to stop. Just look around, it's just sand and desert. There aren't any monsters for miles around. Whoa! Where did these scorpions come from?
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
Okay. They just seem like normal scorpions to me.
Stabilize!
Brace yourself.
Can you gather
Think
them
you
up
can
like
get
this?
away?
Yeah, you can, surprisingly.
Whirling snow. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Whew. Well, Paimon really didn't expect to see those here.
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. They were raised by someone.
So, you mean...
Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away.
Now, I do have to wonder, how did they figure out that we were trying to make it to the auction? Did Dory sell them that information? That would probably fit with her personality, wouldn't it?
We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see. If we were killed out here, nobody would ever know.
This place is super dangerous. Good thing we didn't let our guard down.
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert, so how could they know where we are?
That's a good question.
Stay still.
Oh?
Here's the answer. They must have planted this on you.
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharawar. They can use this to discern your approximate location.
Oh, really?
But this device wasn't licensed for mass production. Where did they get it? Could someone from the Ksharawar also be involved? But that doesn't seem right.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that kind of thing even existed! Why would it be on him?
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenaries earlier.
I'm sorry, I didn't even notice.
It was a frantic fight. It's only natural you didn't notice the device.
Well, good thing you were able to find it, Cyno. Now let's get rid of it.
No. Hold on to it for now. It might still be useful for us.
True.
Let's keep heading to the auction. It would be dangerous to linger here any longer.
Okay, then sure. Oh, its corpse is still there, surprisingly. It's not too far away from here, is it?
They're back again! How many of them are there?
After I get rid of these guys, I think I'll, solve that puzzle right there.
My apologies.
If, yeah. I can. So, in order to solve this, I'm gonna have to switch over to D-Loop very fast. And there's one torch. Where are the others? Oh, that's another one down there. And two. I'm assuming that there are at least four. So, where could the others... Okay, there's one right up there. And one last one somewhere around here. I'm not gonna lie, I actually have no idea where it is. Is it really close to this, maybe? No. Oh, there it is. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't see that before. Now I can claim my prize. There was another treasure chest down there. And I could easily get that right now, but I think I'll watch a cutscene right over here first.
Weird. Is this where the auction is?
There's nobody here.
Yeah, not a single soul. Maybe they're on break right now or something.
Somehow I doubt that.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning of our arrival. But even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker and warned everyone to clear out.
Aw, what should we do now?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
Alright, let's take a good look around the area.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Did they give you just like a wide area to search? Oh, it's all in the immediate area, so let's investigate this. A large amount of canned knowledge has been piled here, enough to fetch an extremely large amount of more at market price. And then this right here, footprints, which seem to be the most important in my opinion. The scattered footprints have not been completely buried by the wind and sand, but it is impossible to speculate on the direction the emergent escaped from the footprints. Really? It looks like they headed that way. At least from my perspective, but... The sunken beast is drinking water leisurely, and seems to be completely unaffected. Yeah, I suppose it would be. And then finally, this. Ordinary canned knowledge. Seems to have nothing to do with the Court of Desolation.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
Only some average-looking knowledge capsules.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, so they carried those off. But don't worry. I have another idea. You two start heading back the way we came. I will remain hidden here.
Sounds like a good idea.
Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then.
So that's why you wanted me to carry the tracking device.
They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them here. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's safe to come back.
Oh, Paimon gets it. We'll lure them out because they'll think we've left. Okay, we'll start heading away and leave this place to you.
Yes, and don't worry. If they dare to return, I'll make sure they stay.
Okay. Let's talk to him again.
There's no time to lose. Leave as soon as you're ready.
How far away do we need to go? Okay, quite a ways away. But first things first, let's go down here and get that treasure chest. Who should I aim for first? Oh, I was able to get it without even having to fight, but I'll still fight. Because Why not? Maybe another chest will spawn if I defeat him. I doubt it, though.
Embrace the ice.
Kind of weird that they did it this way. Here.
Let's move out.
This
Got
is
him.
order. Solidify.
Oh,
Rest and rebuild.
about to use that slamming attack, yeah.
Take flight.
Okay, this guy is almost gone. And now it's just the normal ruined guard. Okay, nothing specially otherwise. Just some items.
Ugh, so tired. We've probably gone far enough now, right?
Yeah, this is far enough. Yeah.
Yay. Let's rest for a little while before we go back to find Cyno.
You sit and rest for a while nearby.
It's probably about time for us to head back to the auction. Let's go. Maybe Cyno's finally found some leads.
Okay. Wouldn't it be a good idea to leave the tracker behind, though, just in case? That's just my opinion, but they didn't suggest that possibility, so I'll teleport over here and run over there, or I could just run through here. You know what? I'll just run through here. You got some puzzles around here. I wonder if I should do this very fast. It wouldn't be too hard to start this challenge. And now I just need to start making my way up there. Come on, let me do it. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm supposed to crawl up this wall, I think. Yeah. Funny how they are doing this. Oh man, I only have a minute left. Oh, well that's interesting, the way they designed that. They've got like an invisible platform there. Is that in case you fall? Maybe it is. Anyways, gimme.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
And now, there's one more thing. That treasure chest right down there. I'll grab that very fast too. However I can. I imagine some enemies will spawn near it, right? Oh, there's some eremites near it.
New punch.
Okay. Here, take this.
Stop for a swirl.
I'll be back.
And is that it? Nope. That is not it. This guy is somehow still alive. Actually,
That's
he was
close enough.
probably only alive because he was up here. What? Well, that was weird. I did not dash off there.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can knock him.
Rise.
You know what? Let's use this very fast to get up to the
Stabilize.
same level as them. Oh. Well, that was weird. I think I just saw it say that there's an enigmatic page there.
Whirling snow.
I'll get that in a second. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I've collected one of those. Not that I've read any of them.
Today is a lot.
There's nothing gonna come out? Okay. And now the campsite is down there.
I'm feeling a little off.
I think
Looks like Cyno caught someone.
Zheng just fell to his death. Anyway,
So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? All right, tip him on everything you know.
does he know anything about the smuggling?
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, I laid low and observed for a while instead. He is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important dealers here. Am I right?
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Cyno. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gotten so greedy.
Huh? Greedy? What do you mean by that?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine.
Okay.
Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, traveler.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us.
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Cyno's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Okay, yeah, Zhongli did die. And what happened was I was all the way up there, and I was using that thing up there to zip over. And when I deliberately fell down, I wanted to pull out the glider, but it didn't happen in time. So let's go over to Aru Village now to continue the story. I'm assuming that that's his kid.
Dad, you're back!
Yep, it is.
Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Seeming. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Cyno in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
I'm surprised he hasn't heard.
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Cyno, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Cyno. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
I didn't know if we should be drinking that.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
Bitter, huh?
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. She has to take lots of medicine, and it doesn't come cheap. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. But the Mora was still nowhere near enough. I could only watch my daughter's health deteriorate day by day. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, Cyno. Give us a way to survive.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
Huh.
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child. But I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely different issues.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you see them.
You go to the back of the house with Cyno.
Whoa! Look at all of this!
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one dealer's worth. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the Academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other knowledge capsules we've seen. Maybe they contain knowledge about the Court of Desolation.
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this?
Some sort of marking we've never seen before. Do you know what it is, Cyno?
Yes. It's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection. I started to suspect that someone in the Academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the Academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the Academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe.
It could be a misunderstanding.
Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler? Since all this canned knowledge came from the Academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the Academia. If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files. But, considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the Academia now, it will only draw unnecessary attention. You'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there.
Sure thing! Leave it to us!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the Academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
Okay then. So, let's go ahead and talk to them very fast.
If you start sniffing around the Academia, it won't be long before people catch on to you. And once word gets out, they'll soon be after my daughter and I.
Don't worry. I'll find them before things escalate that far. But if you still feel uneasy, then why don't you tell me about anyone else you know who was involved? The more information I have, the safer you will be.
All right.
So after I see this next cutscene, I'm gonna be stopping. Oh, look at that. That's funny. It happens every time I enter this place.
Hello, we meet again.
Yes, we do.
Have you managed to find Cyno? If so, how's he doing?
You give Nabil the letter from Cyno.
I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
It's alright. We wanted to help Cyno too.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Everything there is essentially about dangerous research that's forbidden by the Academia. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But with this letter from Cyno, it shouldn't be a problem.
Forbidden research.
That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of studies. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. Normally, after some particular research becomes prohibited, the majority of the related files will be destroyed. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository, which is heavily guarded. Follow me, I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that Cyno is looking for.
The restricted repository. Sounds kinda dangerous. We'd better keep an eye out.
Okay. But I will be doing that in the next video. So, anyways, yeah, I was kind of thinking about doing the R&R stuff in this video, but I changed my mind. I'm going to be holding off on that for a little bit longer. I'm also going to be holding off on this timed event until I'm completely done with Cyno's, character quest, story quest, whatever you want to call it. So, anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.